So let's talk about experiment that I was running throughout the month of December. Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are trying to sell some stuff on eBay. If you're new here, I'm Polish Pete and I'm eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. Today we are going to talk about my experiment that I was running through the month of December. But before we start, if you are interested in this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. So what's the experiment? Well, I have never listed more items than my free allowance is to avoid paying insertion fees. I always had an impression, wrong impression, that it's 15 pence plus VAT to list an additional fixed price listing. But actually it's the price of extra auction, and for fixed price listing it's 5 pence plus VAT, which is not that bad. So idea is to list some extra items and check if these will bring enough profit to cover that extra cost and something on top, obviously. So assumption was, is if I'm getting 200 sales a month out of 1500 listings that I have listed, then if I could list 150 extra, that should bring me 20 extra sales. But life is not all rainbow and unicorn, so we have to adjust those assumptions. Yeah, number one, it's the middle of winter and all the items that I can list now, extra items, are all summer items. So obviously these may not bring 20 sales out of 150 items listed. Also, it is December, so there will be Christmas. So I have to assume that 5 days before Christmas the sales will dry out, and it's going to be like that till the end of the year. It means again that I may not be able to sell that 20 out of 150. And number three, those items that I can list are all summer items and mostly tops, which means that I may not be able to squeeze out my 11 pounds average sale out of them, which means that I won't be able to get my 5 pounds profit per item on average. So I had to adjust my expectations a bit. Well, I have to adjust my expectations a bit. So if I have to pay 5p plus VAT for extra listing and I will list 450 items which are already ready to be put live, they are already in my scheduled listings, I will have to pay 27 pounds in extra fees. That's the money that I have to put into this experiment. So taking into consideration those 3 points that I've just mentioned, that they are summer items, it's December and they are all tops, let's say I will be able to get 3 sales out of 150 items instead of 20 sales and I could get 3 pounds profit instead of 5 pounds, which is my usual average. So after listing 450 items extra, that should give me 9 sales times 3 pounds each, which is 27 quid. So I should be able to break even. So I think it's worth to try out. So I'll see you in a month time to show you the results. Well, for me it's going to be a month time, for you it's going to be 1 second. So guys, time is flying when you're having fun. So it's January already, and it's time to show you the results of my experiment. But before we do it, I will have to tell you one more thing that I haven't said in the first part of the video. There was a secondary goal of this experiment, and I forgot to say that. I wanted to test the trampoline effect. So what is the trampoline effect? So if you can imagine the trampoline with a lot of ping pong balls on it, uh, these represent my old listings, and trampoline is my eBay account. So now imagine a big heavy basketball, and you throw that basketball on the trampoline, and all those ping pong balls go up, and uh, these are my old listings, so they go up in search results because I've just thrown that big basketball, which were my new listings, and that gives those old listings a boost. And I wanted to test how long this boost will take and how big it will be. Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to have a look how many of them I will sell thanks to that sudden influx of new listings. So what were the results? Let's start with the trampoline effect. It was significantly noticeable, guys. On the day 2, I had my best sales day since well over 40 days. And day 3 was even better than that. Not massively better, but noticeably better. On the day 4, however, it all went down as a lead balloon. And I was quite shocked really when I saw this. I didn't expect that at all. I thought that I will get the velocity and I will, continue to sell for a long time. So there was a strong effect, but very short lasting. I wonder if that had anything to do with the fact that my items were out of season, and quite soon the algorithm realized that there is no point to push them as they don't bring sales basically. I don't know, I would have to run similar experiment with the in-season stock to have a look if that will work better. On the other hand, maybe it would be smarter instead of listing all 450 items in one go, split them into batches of, let's say, 100 and list them every 3-4 days. Maybe that would give me a similar effect, but prolong it for 2 weeks or 10 days or something like that. Again, it has to be tried again before I know it. Yeah, but that is something to think about really. Yeah, having that out of the way, let's talk about extra sales. So out of the items, 450 items taking part in the experiment, we've only sold 10 of them, which was shockingly poor result as well. I kind of had a hope that I'm going to sell maybe 50 of them, maybe even more than 50. But again, probably it had something to do with the fact of that they were out of season. So 10 items gave us a total of £115 and 78 pence, and that was including postage, which is good as this gives us over 11 pounds average. And I was quite convinced that I are not going to reach that 11 pounds. So with that being said, I'm quite confident to say I've made 50 quid profit on them at least, which has covered our initial investment and made something on top. However, taking into consideration the time and effort that I had to put into that experiment, it wasn't worth it. So what will I do next time? First of all, will there be a next time? Yes, I think I'm going to try again in March with the same items actually, but they will be coming into the summer season, so maybe the results will be better. Also, my mistake was to list them on the last day of the month, paying extra insertion fee. If I have listed them one day later, on the first day of the month, I wouldn't pay those extra fees. I would pay those fees on my regular items at the end of the month. However, during the month, I would sell something, and every item that sells before it automatically releases itself would save me that insertion fee, if that makes sense. Yeah. So during December, I've sold roughly 120 items, with a vast majority being items before they have released it. So I would save probably around £6 if I did that. What will I do differently next time? I will probably split them into batches and list them every 3-4 days. I would also use my 300 auctions and incorporate into that as well. So I would probably list like 100 auctions on Saturday, 100 buy it nows on Tuesday, Wednesday, then again 100 auctions on Saturday, 100 buy it nows, 100 auctions, 100 buy it nows, and altogether, let's say 300 auctions, 400 buy it nows, and providing that I've got enough items, because at the moment I've started to sell those summer items because I've depleted of winter items. And yeah, maybe splitting them into batches would prolong that trampoline effect, and I would get more sales out of that. Now you may ask me, why the hell am I doing all that shit? The answer is because I'm curious. I want to find out. Yeah? It's like with the lottery, guys. You have to be in it to win it. So you have to try to figure out if it works. Yeah? For too many eBay gurus, guys, on the internet, on YouTube, there is always one answer. List more, 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 more. And there is more about eBay than just listing more. For me, personally, it's not a problem to list more. If I was home in UK, I could list 100 items a day. But for me, the bigger problem is how to move the stock that is not moving. Yeah? Sometimes changing something takes 10 minutes, and you've got 20, 30, 40 extra sales out of that change on the sticky stock as well. So that is why I'm trying all those different approaches. eBay algorithm changes, customer change their behavior, and in fact, when the fact that something has worked, yeah, for last 10 years doesn't mean it still works today or it will be working tomorrow. So that is why I'm trying those new things. Yeah. And guys, there is no such thing as a failed experiment unless you've done a mistake, you've done something wrong, and you have to rerun it. Yeah. Otherwise, even if your experiment brings the results that are way much worse than expected, it's still a viable trial. Yeah, you have been given an answer. This method does not work. Yeah, you have to look for something else, and it's still a good news. Yeah, it's still a good news. You wouldn't know it if you haven't tried it. So try, guys. Something new every once in a while. And if you will find something that works, you will have an advantage over 99% of your competition who doesn't know that. Yeah, and then you can milk it out. Yeah, for me, for example, it was 60-day returns. Yeah, I've checked that all my returns have been opened in a year time, have been opened within a week of the delivery. Yeah, a week from the delivery date. So for me, there was no difference if I offer 30 days or 60 days return, because they are all opened within 7 days. Yeah. So I've changed all my listings to 60-day returns. And for sure it gave me some extra sales in a span of a year. For sure there was some customer seeing that I offer 60 days return, and she said, okay, I'm gonna buy it because I can return it within 60 days. So my number of returns didn't go up, and since then, when I did it, I haven't have a single return that has been opened after 30 days of purchase. They are all still being opened straight away. So I ask you to try something new. Try to list some auctions on a Saturday evening, yeah, if you haven't tried them before. Try to send offers to watchers in the morning if you send them in the evening right now, or vice versa, yeah. If you send your offers as soon as they pop up, as soon as you have a watcher, try to give them 3 days or 2 days. Yeah, maybe they will buy it for a full price. Yeah, just try something that you haven't tried before. Yeah, try to list, for example, 150 items in one go on one day instead of 5 a day for a month. Yeah. Try to extend those returns, like I said before. Yeah. Try free postage, or try charging postage if you have if you were offering free postage up till today. Yeah. So just try something new. Yeah. Try ending and relisting, or ending and sell similar. Yeah. Try lowering your prices, or try increasing your prices. Yeah. Try markdowns, try coupons, try promoted listings. Yeah. Try to accumulate your seasonal stock for a whole year and then bang it all at the same time when the time comes, when they are in season. Yeah. If I had a lot of items in my shop, I wouldn't be concentrating on list. Yeah. I would be concentrating on flock, because I want to sell. I don't want to list. I want to sell. I do understand that I have to list to sell, but I just don't want to list and don't sell. Yeah. And don't trust my word on it. Don't trust other eBay gurus. Just use the best app ever created by our Lord. Yeah. Human Brain 1.0. Try for yourself, find out, and if this applies to your account, to your stock and your circumstances, use it. Go and try it out. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, if you want to support me and the things that I do, please consider subscribing. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Try something new. Sit down with a cup of tea and think about it. God bless you all, and bye bye.